Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again it hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Jams stones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money back.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 22. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. red zone now. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Hurts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Sanders. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now receiver in motion left.
Panther 11.
On second and goal. Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And some room to roam now. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. Josh
Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. In motion comes the tight end left.
On second down, Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Bridgewater on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we said, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. Second and 11. The slot man in motion right. Now a give to Mostert running right. He takes this for 3 to the 29. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick-6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
And they'll accept that penalty.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Room here to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll get this down to the 38. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They hand it off to Mostert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To throw is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down, Bridgewater. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Happy 50, happy 50. 60 average.
On 1st down, Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 26 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. He completes it to Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 36 yards on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Smith, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
2nd down and goal. Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
This is Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater.
They complete it to Hill. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And a completion to Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Second down, here's Mostert again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Out to the right here to Wilson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
There's Mostert. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Bridgewater. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go. Set.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Bridgewater to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. What a performance. All those points put on the board.
I'm the best, and you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best,